right, which means they can cancel off the whole purchase and get back every single cent, which means if they put in 10,000, they will get back exactly 10,000, no less. First time investor, but they must exercise this cooling off right. They must go to the branch, fill out the form within 6 business days. They cannot wait for 3 years. I think I don't want. Too late. Right? If like that, I invest one time. When the market crash, I go and cooling off right. I will get back exactly my 10,000. People lose 20%, 30%, I get back my 100% return. No such thing, not fair to the company and the rest of the investors. So they only allow one time, first time investors, 6 business days. You must go to the branch, fill out the form. I want to exercise my cooling off rights. Okay? This is to give them a second chance to reverse their decision. But only can do one time. Cannot be every month also cooling off, cooling off. No such thing. One time per investor. They use to cool down the transaction, cancel off everything, and return back. In insurance policy, they call it the free look. Similar concept. Which means sometimes you don't, because you explain by the consultant, right? You only listen, talk until you're not very sure exactly what they say. Then you just sign. Then after that you found out this one kena bayar, that one kena bayar, this one no promise, that one no guarantee. Hey, I kena tipu already. So you have the right to look around, check everything in 6 business days. Just to protect the investor that they were mistake given. And then they can take back the money. So the customer will fill out the form and get back the full amount. But cannot wait too long. Right? That's why the policy, the structure is 6 business days only. Okay? However, companies, institutions, not allowed. You have accountants, you have business people, don't tell us you don't know what's happening in investment. Right? Normally the accountants all will know already. They were already very familiar with all this. So not allowed. As well as staff of UTMC, which means like me. I've been teaching this few class and they said I don't know what's happening. No such thing. You should know what your company is doing. Okay? So you cannot say you don't know. As well as UTC, you already pass the Q exam, you don't tell us you don't know what's happening. So these three types of people, not allowed. If you invest your own money, I invest my own money, no cooling off. You put in, that's it. No such thing as I want to take back, no. You take back at the market price. You pay the 5.5, gone, and you get back at the NAV for that day. It may be lower or higher than you purchase. Only first time investor only allow the cooling off rights. So just remember, first time investor only. That's all you need to remember for exam. And maybe this thing, corporation, UTMC, and UTC, not allowed. Right? So far, I never see this question on here whether it's UTC care or not. Normally they don't ask, they only say first time. Normally the exam will say Ali invested and he decided that it was not suitable for him. He want to exercise. What's the name of that principle or whatever? And then it's called cooling off right. And how many days can Ali submit the application for this policy, this principle, or then 6 business days? They may ask you the number of days and the name called cooling off right. That's all I see so far. And ETF, same thing. When you invest already, you can repurchase. Definitely you can repurchase anytime. So when a customer take out the money, how much? They will have to submit the document or online, and they will sign the form, repurchase, and they will get back the money within 10 calendar days. This is really I already explained just now. So this you need to remember 10 calendar days. Cooling off 6 business days. That's all you need to remember. Cooling off 6, repurchase 10 calendar days. That is what you need to remember for exam. Anytime can withdraw. And I told you already that the company will take back your repurchase or anytime. They will not refuse your repurchase. Besides repurchase, you have another right called switching. Switching means you change the fund. Let's say you invest into Malaysia fund, all money side. But then you decide to invest into China fund. So what you do is you sell off some of your money from your Malaysia fund and you buy into the China fund. You get the idea? You sell from your Malaysia fund and you put money into your China fund. This is called switching. If you never invested before, no problem. You start investing China fund. If you have this account A, account B, you can also do partial switching. That one, no problem. Any amount. Okay? So this is called switching. But in the system, they just don't take the units and then transfer over. They have to convert the units to ringgit and then ringgit convert to new units. Because why? The unit price are different. Let's say the Malaysia fund is 1 ringgit. This one is 25 cents. You cannot be taking out 1,000 unit and put 1,000 unit here. Then you cannot tipu already. Because that 1,000 units cost 1,000 ringgit. But this 1,000 units only 250 ringgit, 25 cents. So what they do, they take the 1,000 units, sell off, get 1,000 ringgit, take the 1,000 ringgit, alright, redemption, and purchase new one, 1,000 ringgit, convert to 4,000 units. Because one is 25 cents, right? So 25 cents, 1,000 ringgit, you got 4,000 units. So your China fund will have 4,000 units. But you take out 1,000 units from your 1 ringgit Malaysia fund. That is how they can sell off, take the money, buy new one. There are charges involved. So what they do is, they will take the money, they will minus out the charges, and then invest in. So in this case, for example, the 1,000, right? The 1,000, my service charge 50 ringgit for the switching. I sell off 1,000 ringgit from Fund Malaysia, 950, I buy China fund. Redemption from current fund could be paid in partial or full, which means I mentioned just now, your fund in Malaysia can be 10,000, but you need to take out 1,000 switching. Or full 100%, up to you. And then, from one fund to another fund or many funds. So what you do is, let's say I got 10,000 inside Malaysia fund, 1,000 China fund, 1,000 Australia fund, 1,000 global fund. Can. Up to the investor. No restriction, huh? As long as money can move around. Okay? But remember, one fund, 50 ringgit, another fund, 50 ringgit, another fund, 50 ringgit. You don't to be too happy switching over. At the end, all the money gone to charges. Now, regulators. Securities Commission is the main regulator. Everything must be approved by Securities Commission. About the Securities Commission, basically, they regulate everything, they approve everything. So that is the power of Securities Commission. Everything is being controlled and approved by them. And they are the monitoring body for unit trust industry and capital market. All the stocks, unit trust are all under Securities Commission. They are very, very detailed in that. Okay, and another one is called the FIMM. FIMM is called the self-regulatory organization. They regulate themselves, and every one of the people involved in unit trust must register with FIMM. That is how you all must sit for the exam. You sit through the FIMM exam. So okay, you pass the exam, only you can do. If you don't pass, you cannot do. That are the things that the regulations require. You must be equipped enough to explain to your client, right? To ensure you have the skill and knowledge to explain to the client. These are all part of the regulation required. Now, who are the other organizations that regulate the industry? Bank Negara. They regulate all the monetary things. Another one, SSM, Suruhanjaya Securities Syarikat, Malaysia. They are the one who register the companies. As well as Bursa. Bursa is buy and sell the stocks. So these are the three other regulators involved. Regulatory, main regulator, Securities Commission. They regulate everything, approve everybody. right? You want to be a director, also bank, the Suruhanjaya Security must approve you to be the director, right? Everything they approve to make sure all are standard, alright? FIMM is the unit trust consultants and unit trust management company. They have a platform. Let's say the unit trust company A and unit trust company B and C and all that, they have an issue, they want to raise up, they want to have a meeting, they go for FIMM and have a discussion there. So Securities Commission is they handle all the stock market, the money market, everything they handle on. They regulate everything. And our industry are very regulated. Alright, the main law that govern or control the unit trust business industry is this law. You must remember this law called Capital Market and Services Act in year 2007. 007. This is the law that governs the unit trust industry. In fact, what are the Securities Commission, SC short form for Securities Commission, what are the guidelines related to UTC? They have guidelines for you. First, how do you handle the unit trust funds? Second, prospectus. What are the prospectus? What are the things to write inside the prospectus? Second, how do you market and distribute? You also have to follow the rules. You cannot be saying a lot of things. You cannot be creating your own document and flyer and then promote yourself, your fund, all that. You cannot create your own. You must only use the company provided ones. You understand? The name card also standardized company design, not your own design. You cannot be writing your own design with your own logo and all that. Not allowed. Okay? In terms of advertisements and promotional materials, you can only use company one. Company print, you can buy and you can use. You cannot edit, copy, paste, redo Photoshop, not allowed. Right? You cannot change your this number, that number, no. Nothing can be changed by you. You only can use what is provided. Because why? Everything must be approved by SC first. All the materials that you have, prospectus that you see, must be approved by SC. Then only can be used. That is the reason why you cannot design your own. Okay? Guideline on online transaction, online activity, also same thing. When you pass the CUTE exam already, you cannot be telling your old friend, hey, I'm selling unit trust now, please PM me. You're going to get into trouble. You are not allowed to promote unit trust online, SMS, WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, semua tak boleh. SC guideline, some more on the Islamic fund management. They have their own rules and regulations for Islamic Sharia funds and due diligence conduct for corporate proposals. How you want to promote your product using corporate, they have guidelines to follow. Basically, they want to control, to monitor that you don't misuse the information. Right? You cannot say our fund guarantee 25% per year. When you use the word guarantee, sure tak jadi man. Cannot use the word guarantee. You are not allowed to project future numbers as well. So all these guidelines to ensure a client will receive the right knowledge and information. Okay? Guidelines on prevention of money laundering. This is also another thing about money laundering also. Because unit trust handles money, right? And people want to laundering their money, they use unit trust because easy to buy, easy to sell. You buy today, you sell tomorrow. And the cost is cheap. This is where you consultant need to be aware of money launderers approaching you, especially when they have big money. And the licensing handbook. Licensing handbook is the company. Whether they have a license, how they handle, will be the CMSA. What's CMSA? Capital Market and Services Act. Guideline by FIMM. FIMM also have their own rules to follow for the UTC. So what's the rule they have? Market registration, IUTA. IUTA is Institutional Unit Trust Advisors. These are the people who work in a company. For example, the banks. They have the consultant in the bank. They will use the IUTA, Institutional Unit Trust Advisors. Whereas QTA, corporate unit trust advisors, are the ones that work for a company, a private company that have a license to deal in unit trust. So they have their own license, and the company can employ staff to be their unit trust consultant under corporate. So unit trust advice consultant don't necessarily means by the UTMC. They are other corporate plus the institution also. Okay? And for the marketing and distribution, investment management standards, these are the standards for the fund manager to follow. Laws, bylaws, other procedures, and any disciplinary proceeding, plus code of ethics and professional conduct. Okay, to be a CEO and to become a unit trust management company, first thing, the CEO must be full-time, cannot be part-timers, must be fully in the office, working for the company. Second, the CEO and the key things of the people must be approved by SC again. Now, must have the CMSA license. What's CMSA? Capital Market and Services Act. Which year? 2007. Must have that license. You must fulfill the conditions to have the license. To be a UTMC, you must have this. And then, there must be a board of directors. And board of directors, minimum of the 1/3. Which means if your board of directors are 6 people, 1/3 means 6 divided by 1/3 is 2. 2 of them must be independent. Independent means what? They are director, but they are not working for your company. They are some called dependent directors, which means they are working for the company, or independent. They are outside people, join the board of directors meeting. Main purpose is to overlook. They have like counterbalance to check everything that the company do will not harm the other shareholders or the people. Alright? And minimum 2. But if you only got 4 people as a director, how many minimum? 2. So you mean 50% are independent. If you have only 3 directors, how many must be independent? Also 2. So you have 67% independent. You get the idea? Minimum 2 and at least 1/3. So more than 1/3, then 50% also can. You got 4 people, 2 independent, 2 dependent, 50%, 2 are independent directors. That is okay. But if you got 10, how many minimum to be independent? 4. Well, 1/3 is 3.23, right? You're going to have 3, not enough. You must have 4 independent directors. So that is more than 33%. Okay? Trustee and similar. Company, all approved by approved by SC, always appear everywhere. Custodian of the fund. The job is to keep the money of the investments on behalf of all the investors. That's what I call custodian. You keep. Then you must have an account and audit. You must make sure the accounts of the funds are proper, and you appoint auditor to check the accounts as well. As well as report, you must create a report to the unit holder in the annual report, plus the report to Securities Commission. Anything happen, you must report. Then Securities Commission will take action. Trustee cannot take action against the UTMC. They are just overview. They monitor. So any problem, they will tell SC, wait, our friend here doing something wrong. So SC will come after the UTMC. Trustee got no power to prosecute people, but SC got the power of fine, suspend all the company. Right? If the trustee not doing a good job, SC will terminate them or fine the trustee for failing the job. So all these are being enforced by SC. Alright? Creation or cancellation of units. Remember just now when you buy the units here, after the money you buy and convert to units, right? You see, different time we have different price, right? So when the trustee receive the money, the the money is paid to UTMC, UTMC pass to Trustee, Trustee will convert that day unit price. And that is the unit, it's called creation. You create units with the money you got for the unit price. Then if customer say, I want to sell, it's called cancellation. Right? The trustee don't sell and buy the unit. They just create or cancel. That's all. Because why they make all the money, right? You put in new money, I create the units for you. You sell off, you take out the units, I cancel your name. Cancel your name. Then they will take the units and convert to cash. You get it now? That's why they use the word cancellation and creation, not buying and selling. The investor buy and sell the units. So UTMs, the trustee, when they cancel, when they sell, I will cancel the units. Right? When you buy, you put money, I will create more units for you. I'll leave your name. Okay? And then it must be independent of the UTMC. Because why? We don't want to have people working close together, they got a close relationship, they hide secrets, not allowed. It must be all separate entity. So there's no relationship in between. Okay? So that the decision by the trustee is independent and fair to protect the whose money? Huh? Whose money? Unit holder lah, investor lah. Okay now, you notice all the laws and rules and regulation is only one main purpose. Protect who? Unit holders. That's why unit trust industry are very, very safe. Right? One of our most regulated industry is unit trust. Everything also got regulation. How do they report to the unit holders? They have got report, annual, and interim. What's the difference? Annual report is based on the financial year-end closing. Interim is 6 months later. So interim is like halfway. 1 year you got 12 months, right? You today closing fund and financial year-end closing, most of the time is end of the month, can be any month, can be January, February, March, all that. After they close, 6 months later, they will have another interim report out to inform the investor what has happened for the last 6 months. Okay, they always have 2 reports. So remember, in unit trust, they must always have 2 reports. Annual report and interim report about the fund. But fund performance, there can be monthly, can be weekly, can be quarterly. Those are fund performance report. But fund itself, 2. Annual report, interim report. 2 times a year. All funds have 2. Now, these are the regulations on marketing. First thing, the UTMC must be type agent. What do you mean by type? You only can represent one UTMC. You cannot be one company A, registered one company B, not allowed. Same thing, IUTA or QTA, same thing. All are registered to FIMM. So you cannot be a QTA in one company and UTMC agent in another company, not allowed. Only one representation only. Okay, in terms of nomination. Now, what do you mean by minimum 2? This one means at any distribution point. One distribution point is like your branch or you have a booth. You must have at least 2 people managing the booth or the branch. You cannot have 1 person running. So the person will go toilet, how? Close shop. Then the rule says you must have at least 2 persons for each distribution point. Your branch or your booth, you must have at least 2 persons manning the booth or the branch. Alright, that's the requirement. Just remember, minimum 2 at each distribution point. That's all you need to know. And you will have authorization card issued by FIM, and they are issued on yearly basis. You must have a valid FIM authorization card before you promote the funds. In fact, you must carry it with you all times. Okay? Without the card, you cannot do the unit trust business. Okay? Like your authority card to say that you are allowed to promote unit trust. So customer can ask, where's your card? Then you are supposed to show the customer with validity, not say expired 3 years ago one. Not allowed. So. Okay, you will get your card every year. In terms of structure, there's only 4 levels. You pass your exam, your level is called agent. But now we don't call agent because unit trust consultant. But the rank is agent level. Then later, you pass exam, you do, then you got some experience, and you get promoted into agency supervisor. Now, you are one step higher, and then you can start recruiting new agents. You guide them. After you become very good already, you can get higher level, promote to agency manager. Now, you can recruit the agency supervisor. Actually, you cannot recruit. You're down there, when you recruit earlier, you move up, they also move up one level. You are agency supervisor, you recruit agent. When you become agency manager, your agent becomes agency supervisor and you start recruiting other agents. So you go step by step. So once you go higher, you become group agency manager. Group agency manager, your agency supervisor go up. Your agent become agency supervisor and new agent come in. So they have 4 tiers. And only 4 allowed. No have 5, 6, no. Only 4. And not only that, there is a limit. You cannot have more than 49 recruits. You only can have 49 recruited by you. So in total, your group can be maximum of 50. No more. Why? Too many how to handle. 50 people you headache already, right? That's why to limit your problem, maximum allowed is only 49 plus you 50. But your 50, 49 people, can they recruit others? Yes. They have their own 50. So everyone has 50 under the group. You get it? So as a group agency manager, you have a lot actually. 1 plus 50 of this, and every one of them have 50 of this, and every one of them have 50 of this. It's quite a lot. It's like a few thousand.